Hi and welcome back to another video. This is a look down Station Street at different businesses, different places that are along here, so you can look back and see for history purposes, because things change, places change. Because this was Van Rich. When I first saw this building after Cyclone Larry, it was Van Rich. Now it's JC Custom Fabrication. It's closed, but there is people there, so otherwise I'd go across the road to it. But the way it is at the moment, I can't. But that's fine. This is all in Station Street at the moment. So you can have a bit of a look, and this is where Kirby's Corner used to be. Then you got the Gundy Hill Hotel, the Thai massage, and the barber, and you got Caltex. So this just gives you a look what we've got available. It did rain earlier, so you'll see wet patches around, and it might rain again. It's one of those rain sun sort of days. As you can see towards Palmerston and Gundy Bend, Gundy Hill and all that, there's a lot of rain clouds. This is the railway station across here, so just gives you a bit of context of where this is, where we're going along here. So we'll have a bit more of a look at this JC Custom Fabrication. So the Cyclone Larry or Cyclone Yassi, the front of all this got ruined when it was Van Rich. Home improvements, and then got done up. Okay, we got Russell signage, and that up here, 35 Station Street, I think it says, off in the distance. So we'll go across and have a quick look at that. Looks like it's for sale. It's where Gary Smith had his business for a long time, the auto electrician. He had his business there for a fair while. So we'll have just a quick look there, and there was other businesses. Bolto was in there for a while too. Looks like that one down the back's gone. Looks like everything's gone out of there. Russell signage has gone out of there. They're at 151 Palmerston Highway, Belvedere. I'll just have a quick look at the for sale sign so we can see a bit of detail. Pause to read if you want to see any longer. But yeah, this is the area, what they've got here. Bolto's aluminium fabrication. At one stage that was near the chemist at the across from the PCYC. It was down that in that complex there. So we have moved to our new office. It's located at 151 Palmerston Highway, Belvedere. Also signage and print. Okay. So there's your sign. All that for there. I've probably got other videos where you can see Gary Smith's business name and all that on there, and other ones that have been here over the years. Old and new Innisfail photos is a place to look at for stuff like that on Facebook, and even some of the old videos on Bestestimes Reborn in the Innisfail playlist might have stuff like that on it as well. Some of them will, so it's worth subscribing and checking it all out. So we're coming up to Short Street where the Windows Warehouse Glass and Aluminium is. It's on the corner of Short Street and Station Street, but we'll show a little bit of the railway station while we're walking along here. Just for context, you got your Optus tower, Optus mobile phone tower there. So here's your Windows Warehouse. Hopefully it'll show up good. Get a bit more detail than what I normally would show, because I'll walk just a little bit slower to show it. And we'll go down Short Street and come back. We'll go down and show where Timsy Seafood is and that. Yeah, so this is your Windows Warehouse, glass and aluminium. See where they've got solar panel cameras and things up. Cool. Or they might be for lights, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is your Short Street. I don't know if you can read the sign. It's hard to tell through the screen of the camera sometimes what is dark and what's not when it's showing. So this here was Hill's Tractors for a long time. There's been a few different places over the years. Looks like somebody's got something in there now, so we can't show too much, but you can see where the signs used to be on there. And that, so... and there's your side and your back of Windows Warehouse, and we'll show back towards the railway station, Station Street. We'll try and get this done before the rain comes. Again, but this is the back of it. And this used to be a BP fuel depot here. There's one with the green roof. All that was. So yeah, this is BP. Oh, it's coming. The dog's coming. No. I never know what. Stop. Ah, you're alright. Yeah.
Come here. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, this is the old BP. There used to be signs on here for years showing that it was. And there's been graffiti and not looked after. And then you've got this here, what sort of closed down. And you've got this, just showing these two buildings here. So like curious stuff comes through there sometimes, I've noticed. And that. You got Sweeney Park there. This is Castleberry Street. Yeah, the sign's gone off there. And down to the Puma, John Deere. And there's like Pro Motors was down there. I don't know if that's still there, but we'll have a quick look and then come back. But we'll show what's down here, giving a bit more detail of the area. This is still the old BP. Yeah, I'm surprised no one's actually bought it and did it up or anything. Now down here there was the Gundy Squash Court, which was bought. Rob and Carol Harney had it for a while, and then what's his name bought it. One of the builders, I forget his name, in town. Alan Sultana. That's the word I was trying to think of. Yeah. And then you got Innisfail Glass and Aluminium here, which is this one. You can just see once you get past all the yuck from the old BP fuel depot. So this is your Innisfail Glass and Aluminium. Try and show that a bit more detail on the sign. And then Innisfail Kitchens and Cabinets. Who owns that? Neville and Karen somebody. The writing's real small. M-A-T-H-E-R, Mather. Oh, there you go. I don't remember that being there last time I walked along here, but you can have a look at my old video where I show along here. Show all this. This is where the thing used to be. Squash courts. There used to be a pool in there, so they've taken all that out. In the front there was a pool. Then you got Innisfail Pro Motors across the road, which I'll show in a minute. And then back towards like your honeycombs and all that. You get to the other side of the road better once I turn back. There's plenty of videos showing all the way into town. Anyway, so this is the Alan Sultana head office and all that, which was the squash courts and that. And then Goodyear. And this was the Gundy Hill Bakery. A sort of brownie sort of building there on the corner. And you got Innisfail Pro Motors, which we'll cross over to have a better look at for future generations and us to have a look at and show what was around here. Yeah, Innisfail promoters. Castleberry Street, yeah, it's definitely 25 Castleberry Street, this one. Sweet. I think this one just past Honeycombs was up for sale at one stage. I don't know if it ever sold, but I'm pretty sure it was up for sale at one stage. So we'll show Innisfail kitchens and cabinets, and the Alan Sultana again, and then Goodyear on the corner. And across the, I think it's Puma service station, or Puma, Metro service station. Puma's the one that's Pezzolato's at a Goodyear brand. Not far away from like Clifford Road and all that. So that's your Innisfail kitchens and cabinets, and then Innisfail glass and aluminium. Hopefully that shows up good. Then we got Honeycombs, sales and service, John Deere. All the tractors and such. It's been here for a long time. I don't remember it not being here. And we moved to Innisfail. Well, my mum grew up here, but moved back here. No, late 1989, I remember. This was here when I first come down here in the very early 90s. Of course they've changed the signage and that over the years, but I'm sure it's Honeycombs. And you got auto repairs here, T&S Pro Auto Repairs. Okay. See here. There's been a few different things over the years, but it's never really been looked after. There used to be a lot of cars, old shells of cars and stuff outside. But this is Honeycombs again. Just showing more detail. And back towards the highway. Okay. So this is 17 Castleberry Street. We'll go back down Short Street because there's no businesses past this here. And we'll show like Timsy Seafood and that and the other places along there. Like Kun Steel and all that. It'd be nice if this was all cleaned up and looked nice. But yeah, this just gives you a bit of a look. And you got Sweeney Park. All this floods certain times. I don't know if it flooded last week when we had flooding around. I didn't get to come out. It was just too much with my health issues. But there's your Sweeney Park. If I could have got a lift to places like this, I would have done it. Yeah, definitely. But there's your Windows Warehouse and back to your old BP. So we're back down Short Street. And then there's Gas Agent and all that. And then, yeah, that. And then where Hills Tractor Supplies and that were. Where that used to be. And where that dog come out of. The dog was harmless. That's all good. Sort of a bit. You never know whether they're going to be harmless or not, though. So it gets a bit like, I don't know. But anyway, your Windows Warehouse there. And one that was Hills. And other people have had it over the years. And towards the railway station. We're nearly back down to Station Street. I'm trying to walk as slow as possible so that you can see more detail. In some videos I don't walk as slow, but it helps with the image stabilisation as well with these sort of cameras. Yeah, I'm trying my hardest to have the money to upgrade to better cameras so I can get better picture quality, so us and future generations can see to capture history and all that. That's why I'm trying with the GoFundMe, and you can have a look at the GoFundMe page and the link in the description. There's just Station Street again. Now that used to be Malanda Milk, that factory at the end of Timsy Seafood. Now you actually look at it in person, you can actually read Malanda Milk on the top. It's actually come through like it's just been painted over, but it's starting to show through. And that's your Short Street. warehouse, and there's a warehouse, and then back down towards the highway, and then the railway station. Yeah, so showing a bit more detail than usual. Hopefully you're enjoying these videos. It helps with the YouTube algorithm to press like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, and share the videos, and press on the bell icon to get notifications when new videos come up, because it tells YouTube that people are interested in this sort of stuff, so they'll recommend it more. Just tells their algorithm and that, okay, people are taking interest in it, they're watching the full videos and all that, they appreciate what I do. You know, it tells me that too, as well as the algorithm, which is like artificial intelligence learning that Google has for YouTube. You get a lot more recommendations on other people's channels. You know, if you're looking on a computer to the side or in the home section on the TV version and all that, it'll give you a lot more recommendations that way. This is often quite overgrown, but it's not bad today. You can actually walk under it without any issue, so I'm happy with that. Usually it's a hassle. And we're nearly at the Omelet milk factory. Like I said, it's Timsey's Seafood. We might go around the corner if we can, see where McCarley Cabinets is. I don't know if you can see the solar panels showing up down that side street there, which I think they still class that as Station Street. I don't think I've ever seen a sign on there. I think on maps and that it shows up as Station Street, but the street that it's on the corner of is Tramway. There is a sign down there. Let's have a look when we get up there. There's your railway yard and all that, an entrance to it and all that, and all the signs and things to do with it. Lynn Fox, Line Fox, I don't know. Let's go over there. This is the Omelet milk factory. If anyone has any pictures to this, or anywhere around from, yeah, it says Station Street on that sign down that side street, of anything between Bluebird and Cardwell, G-rated, feel free to put on old and new Innisfail photos, whatever, on there. If you can put the date, or at least the year if you know it, that would help a lot. We're coming up on that. It is Station Street. So there's your Timsey's Seafood. I'll try and show the sign as much as possible. Yeah, Timsey's Seafood. There. Closed. Is it down here? I don't know if I'll be able to show it. Is the old Innisfail railway station. I've seen photos of it as the old Innisfail railway station from the outside. Yeah, in the past, so yeah, Timsey's Seafood here. The old railway station, it's still got Innisfail written on it. Of course the car's got to come. Someone just turning around as they do. There's your McCarley's one Station Street, they class it as. And then this is back for Timsey's Seafood and the old railway station and that. Yeah, it's pretty cool, old history. I've actually been in there once, many years ago, which I've got photos and video, but it was part of the Timsey's Seafood at the time, so we couldn't. So you toll IPEC and all that, and just toll. I don't think it's IPEC anymore, it's just toll. And here, the railway yards. Wow. So, have a look at all this. Yeah, it's all changed since I last walked down there, and there's the old tennis courts down there, but you got to go to the next street for that. This is your Macaulay cabinets. Yeah, don't think I've ever walked down here to see the cabinetry place. I see they got the old planet thing like they used to have uptown. There you go. Good for history to show. And that what the area's like. And show across to Timothy's again. You got to preserve people's privacy and all that. So I'm not showing the houses and stuff around here. If you see glimpses of them, all that's unintentional. And this used to be a Frank Lowe and Sons building, this one in the front here. Like across the street, in Tramway Street. Yeah, it used to be one. And this one straight across with the blue car in front of it. Yeah, it was a Frank Lowe and Sons building. It used to be like a grey colour, I think. And then other people took it over and painted it. There was a place that made and sold awnings and that. It was in there for a while too. And it's back to your Station Street tramway. So we're going along Tramway Street now. The house next door to this was done up really well years ago. Yeah, they did it up really nice. Looked like a cottage you see in photos. Like really nice photos in a magazine, but yeah, doesn't look like that now. There's your Queen Steel, which you can tell is an old house done up. And that and turned into it. Yeah, Queen Steel and fabrication. I only know it's Queen because I've heard people say it. It's by the name, it's hard to tell. By the writing, the thing. So there's your Queen Steel. That's 20 Tramway Street. Along here. And then your MLC Motors, which I remember when I was walking to high school, that started getting built and it just got left for years and years. Boothby had a thing behind it, the concreter, cement guy, and then yeah, it was just left for years, half built. I think people must have run out of money getting it built. And then all of a sudden, this lot bought it, finished it. Now it's been used for the last probably 15, 20 years. I don't know how long now. It's been a while. So that's your MLC Motors, which I first originally remember it where Better Home and Living is now. Yeah, right where Better Home and Living is now. That's where they got it built, where Better Home and Living is. I'd go down there if that guy wasn't mowing, but to show the tennis courts and that, but I'll show that another time. I'll just keep going along Tramway. It's all good. And that, show a bit more detail. And then along here, and we'll look back so you can see a bit more of the area of the MLC Motors. But yes, I remember it being in the back of where Kennedy's Better Home and Living is. Like the part where they have their storage and that, it was in there. That's why it's designed a little strange, with things hanging down and all that. Yeah. And then they moved out of it, moved down here, and then Rec Division took over, Reed's Rec Division took it over, and then Better Home and Living, and then now Kennedy's Better Home and Living. Here we're coming up on Ned Maxwell Park. Ned Maxwell. Which is just a bit of a nature sort of area. There's no swings or anything like that here. Yeah, Ned Maxwell Park, and we're coming up on, there's a Frank Lowe and Sons, a couple of buildings up here, which we'll have a quick look at on the way past, from across the road. While keeping people's privacy in mind, as we always do. If you're ever going to start doing these sort of videos and photos, always keep people's privacy in mind. You know, keep the camera straight, as much as possible. You know, if you're going to copy my ideas, always give the original person credit, like original concept, or Walking Videos original concept by, and then put like Bestestimes Reborn, or Brad at Bestestimes Reborn. But there's your Frank Lowe and Sons. They moved most of their stuff out to Gundi Mill area, like the Gundi industrial area, or Innisfail industrial estate, whatever you want to call it. It's changed names a couple of times, like Clifford Road. You go down Goodney Mill Road and all that to get to it. There's your bird's nest. Excellent. But there's your old Franklin and Sons. They probably still own it. That was their main office, as far as I know. Some nice plants grafted onto the trees. Yeah, this tree here is really nice when it's in flower. This one right here. Oh yeah, really nice. I've got plenty of photos of that on old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. This is your Kookaburra Close. The street here, your Kookaburra Close. But like I said, we'll show straight ahead for respect for people's privacy. If you see houses, you see houses. Because of the wideness of the camera and all that. But we'll go along and check it all out as much as we can. But like I said, if you're copying my ideas of like the walk videos, the historical type stuff that I do, the directions, whatever, yeah, it's nice to give credit where credit's due. Yeah, people have told me that there's people out there copying my ideas, and I've had a look at them. And yeah, you can tell, identical. Some of them even copy the wording that I use, even the way I shoot it. I had a guy come here and he must have watched one of my old videos from my old channel, because he copied it identical. I had to look at it a couple of times to see if it was my video that he'd actually stolen and put on there, but he hadn't. And he walked the exact same location that I walk. He crossed the street at the same random spots that I crossed, down in Cutter Court and all that stuff. He walked down to all these places that I've walked many times, but he showed a lot of people. That's the difference. He didn't care about people's privacy and all that, but it was an exact replica of the style of video that I do, the design, even the camera angles, all that. There's nothing I can do about it. But in my video about 4 years before he did his, but you can tell he'd copied it. Because why would he cross at the same random spots that aren't actually crossings and all that too, so yeah, I reckon he studied it. And now he goes all over the world doing videos, and he's done well out of it. He's made good money out of it, which is annoying, you know. Hey, how you going? You know, he's done really well out of it. Out of the walking videos, and I'm struggling, so it's good how people steal your ideas. They have money, they have good health, they can get places, and they thrive on it. And people, you know, people like me just suffer. Everyone gets behind the other person too, and gives them the views, gives them the likes, gives them the subscribes, gives them all that. So it's nice to help the little person out that starts it all off. Yeah, they puts a lot of effort into it and all that. Yeah, it's nice, but a lot of people don't. So it makes it hard, makes it a struggle. But I love what I do, and I hope it shows in there, the passion and all that for what I do. A lot of hours go into it, these videos. A lot of recording, a lot of walking to get to the places to do these videos as well. You got all that to contend with too. Now remember, this used to, before all this was built, there was a railway bridge here. And you probably can't see it, but the pylons were still there last time I come along here, parts of it. No, I think they've taken them out. Oh, after all these years. Looks like they've been cleared out now. Unless the lighting's just too bad down there, but amongst there was a rickety old bridge. Just cleaning some glass off the road, off the footpath here. Well, it's a good thing because people ride scooters and bikes along here. But yeah, and that was the only way to get along here. And there was just a dirt track on each side to get along, to walk through here. Yeah, be careful if you ever ride or walk through here. It's going to be very slippery. And a lot of mosquitoes and things along here too. Yeah, just beware. And some people sit over here and do whatever, and they drink and whatever, so be careful coming along here. I've walked along here thousands of times over the years, probably from about 1990 onwards, quite regularly, so I know it quite well. You got the bamboo creeks across there. So, we'll see what they're doing up here. I might have to change batteries soon. Definitely something being done here. We'll see the laundromat soon, and I'll try and show a bit of Bamboo Creek if there's any showing. Sometimes it'll grow back up, all this stuff, and you can't see it very well. Yeah, it's not really, it's all overgrown. Oh, you might be able to see it in this gap here. No, it's overgrown further down, it's not even worth it. These GoPros don't have zoom while they're recording. But yeah, you can see what they're doing here. I don't know if they replaced pipes or what they did here, because it wasn't like this when I last come along here. Here we go, you should be able to see a bit of Bamboo Creek. Right here, when the creek was down a little bit, in the mangroves across, I actually saw a crocodile there once. I've walked along here thousands of times, and only once seen a crocodile along there. I didn't have a decent camera with me, I just had to take it on the phone, a photo of it. But there's your laundromat across there where that person is. And the dog. Bamboo Creek. And back the way we just came. Good little tree canopy along here, makes it a little bit more shady. It's still hot. Yeah, you got GF Rural Supplies. So this is Charles Street. Along here. Yeah, Charles Street. So you got GF Rural Supplies, you got KFC down there, you got a few other places. Oh, Cane Pumping and Irrigation's down that street too. RSEQ, places like that. Okay, so there's your Bamboo Creek. See it a bit more there. Hopefully it shows up. Well, we're going to walk to Kmart. You can't go in Kmart with the camera and record. People ask me to do stuff like that, but you can't legally do it. So where this ute is now, that's the corner of Charles and Lily Street. So that's Lily Street. If you head straight down there, go across, you can get to McDonald's, BP, Crown Hotel, all the way down to Innisfail Food Emporium, which used to be Central Arcade, which is where Woolworths is, Reject Shop, there's a medical centre, there's imaging place, you know, where you get x-rays and ultrasounds and all that done, there's a blood test place, all that sort of stuff in there, cafes, even a Lifeline store in there, so it's worth going in there. Jeweller, a couple of cafes actually, there's a hairdresser, there's a nail salon, there's a lot in there now. I have recorded many videos in there, so if you see one that says Innisfail Food Emporium or Central Arcade, that's the same place. It used to be called Central Arcade. For a while it was called Central Markets, which most people seem to forget that it was called that when you say something to them. But it was. So we're going along here. Yeah, it's good to wear mosquito repellent along here. Yeah, it gets pretty full on. Not good. But yeah, no, people ask me to go and do residential areas, you know, show houses and all this, so you can't do it. It's not legal. You know, if I'm facing straight along, like I'm doing now, and you see a house, well, that's not intentional, it's just there. Or if I pan around like this to show something back behind me and a house gets shown, well, it'd be nice to be able to take a look back and see what your house looked like or whatever, you know, different places, different areas and that, of course. People have asked me to go through and take video show which is the best areas around town to live in, talk about crime rate and all this sort of stuff. You can't really do that stuff. No, and I can only get to where I can walk to. because the motor in the back wheel of my scooter, my electric scooter, stuffed up. It burnt out because I was riding out to Flying Fish Point regularly to help a friend out and to get video and photos. I was going out to like South Johnson, Langan, Mundu, places like that quite regularly with it, and I think it wrecked the motor on it. If anyone wants to donate money towards any equipment, even a new scooter, something like that, let me know. Click on the GoFundMe link, go to it. If anything that you donate, in the comment section on the GoFundMe page, tell me what the money's for. So if you say, okay, well here's say $400, that's towards buying new camera equipment, put that on there. This is your council works department, Kmart's on the other side of the road. Yeah, make sure you put like that, or this is towards getting a new scooter, and I'll put it aside for that. When I get the items eventually, I'll put it up. The GoPro Hero 10 Creators Kit, Creators Edition as they call it, they like to call everything edition, is around 800 Australian dollars. That's got a lot of stuff though. You get the GoPro, you get a tripod that's got a battery built in, you get the media mod, you get a few different things with it. It's worth it. So that's that. The DJI Osmo Pocket 2 Creators Kit that I want to get, it's around $700-800 too, depending on where you buy it from. And that comes with a wireless microphone, tripod, all these little things. It's a gimbal with a camera built in, so I would up the game of my YouTube videos. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm at Kmart now, so I'll let you go. Thanks for watching, and this is Bestestimes, keeping memories alive.